One time I was with a girl, and I'm not gonna say who or when, but
Who or when?
we were she had the house to herself, which doesn't happen often.
Okay.
And she invited me over.
Yeah.
And pretty much, I think she was planning on me to like spend the whole day and the night. Like we were gonna,
Yeah.
Oh God.
And
not this one. Oh.
I went over, and after a little bit, she goes, oh, where you going? I go, I gotta leave. She goes, why? Like I got the house to myself whole night. She goes, why you gotta go? And I go, I got tickets to see Dune.
Oh yeah.
I'm going to check in on House Atreides.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Yeah.
And she goes, are you serious? I go, oh yeah, I'm going to see Dune.
You're going to Arrakis.
I'm going to Arrakis. I gotta leave Beverly.
Screw the rack. Let's go to Arrakis. Right? How you doing?
It was great. I went with my friend Hamza and my cousin Christian. We went and saw Dune, and it was great. I had a lovely night. It was a nice time.
Sure.
I don't regret any of it. She was upset though. She was not happy with me.
Yeah.
Because like she invited me over, and like I said yes, and she thought I was gonna like spend the whole day and night.
What time was the movie?
I think it was about a 7 o'clock premiere.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So it's an early departure.
I was in and out.
New Year's, Christmas, you can always get Chinese food.
Absolutely. It's old reliable.
And if you want movie and TV news, come right here. Movie Mob Podcast, episode 26. Merry Christmas, you filthy animals. Welcome back here. We got Matt Sampson right here on the left. RJ in the middle. Sam on the right. And Nick behind the camera. We get a stacked pod today, guys. Thanks for tuning in. So we get two news topics. We're going to run through them quick, and then we're going to get into the meat. A lot of trailers, but let's get into that movie news. What's our first topic? Bruce Lee. Kung Fu.
Ang.
What?
Ang Lee.
Bruce Lee.
Ang Lee makes up Bruce Lee.
Ang Lee, Bruce Lee, whole lot of Lees.
And we're all for it.
We're all for it. So we're getting a Bruce Lee biopic. We've been talking to a lot of biopics recently. Blonde, JFK, a lot of biopics. Elvis, yeah. It's a trend that seems to never die.
Oh, no, he died. Nobody told him, though. That's the problem.
And they're rarely ever good.
Right.
But we're getting a Bruce Lee one, and I feel like I'm surprised they haven't already made one yet. Maybe they have. But Ang Lee is the son of the director. He's going to be starring in it. What do you think of this? I mean, I personally actually haven't seen any Bruce Lee movies start to finish. I've seen clips of, the fighting. Very cool.
He fights?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. What do you think?
Doesn't he fight Kareem in one of them?
No, he's Japanese, I thought.
No. He fights Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Kareem. I thought you said Korean.
That's what I thought.
No, he fights Kareem in one of his movies, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
I think Bruce Lee's cool. Like, I think those movies, I haven't really seen them either, but I think the whole concept, like those kung fu karate movies, like those are cool. Like those
super cool.
Yeah, very cool. I don't really want a biopic though, because I feel like if you kind of want like Bruce Lee, you just go back and you watch the movies.
Yeah.
Because I feel like Bruce Lee more than the appeal of him is like him. He's his own entity. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I don't know if I want to see someone else play him. I don't know. Just for me, I'm sure it would be cool and shit, but I don't know. I don't think I'd want to see it.
We did see someone portray him in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, but that was a very
very
short scene, cool moment.
So, what's his name? Quentin Tarantino kind of got a lot of flack for that.
He did.
Right.
And from Bruce Lee's family, the daughter, I believe, right? I'm sorry to jump in here. I have a question, though. Do you know offhand, is that what sparked this
I have no
biopic?
idea. No.
Okay, it just seems.
I mean, I did make a mistake. So Ang Lee is the director.
Yes.
And his son is playing it. Ang Lee, I mean, he's a good director. He directed.
I'm not doubting the capability of Ang Lee. I'm saying that like, it would kind of make sense if the daughter didn't like the portrayal of her father in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and then all of a sudden a biopic's coming out, like the true story or whatever it is. I don't know.
Right. I don't know. I always ask the question. Is his life interesting enough to make a movie about it? I don't know. It could be. I haven't read too much into it. I mean, Sam, what do you think?
I'd rather just stick to the movies that he made. You know what I mean? I don't think he necessarily needs this to come out. It'd be pretty cool to see, like, if there's a lot, underneath the rubble and whatnot, like him outside of, playing his role in the movies.
Right.
And, like, there's a lot of, like, cool stories about him, like, outside of, like, the movie industry. That'd be cool to see. But, like, I feel like this isn't really necessary. I feel like you could just write a book and then just go on with it.
You know what they should do with this? Take the Weird Al route. Make it like a fictional one where he's just fighting everyone in real life, but it's just actually Bruce Lee. I think that's the way to do it. Take notes there. But I don't know. Like, Ang Lee's a good director. Life of Pi, Brokeback Mountain. You like that one?
That's got it.
What is that?
That was funny.
I actually haven't seen it.
Matt? Was it funny?
I got a chuckle.
Give you a chuckle. You won't be turning me down. I'll tell you that much.
There goes Matt's mic.
I don't know. Ang Lee, good director though. So I mean, anything's possible here. But I feel like the biopics, they're oversaturated right now. They're pretty unoriginal. I don't know. If it gets good reviews, I'll see it. I'm sure it'll be one of those Oscar things where he gets a lot of buzz because he's playing a famous guy.
Sure.
What?
No, yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
No, what do you want me to say?
Next topic. Another casting. Michael Gandolfini cast in Daredevil Born Again. Obviously the son of James Gandolfini, Tony Soprano, one of the greatest ever. We saw him in Many Saints of Newark. He made his debut. Now, obviously, I don't think any of us are a fan of that movie, but I think his performance was good. I enjoyed him in the role. I've said before I wish that was kind of a TV series with a younger Tony, but I don't know. I mean, listen, I'm excited for Daredevil to come back. They said he's playing a major role in this, so I'm sure it's good that he's getting more roles.
I mean, I think it's he's kind of like a name now.
Right.
You know what I mean? He's not just, Gandolfini's son. He's established himself. He's got some chops.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's got some of the genes. I don't know a lot about Daredevil.
Yeah.
I didn't see the show.
Oh, you didn't watch the Netflix show?
I did not.
Okay.
But I hear it's the best one of like all those like kind of rip-off like shows. So like I'd be interested to kind of see how he does in a role that's not, The Sopranos.
Yeah. Sam?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really know how I feel about this because I also haven't seen Daredevil.
Okay.
So at first glance, I don't know how he fits into this type of role.
Right.
So it'd be interesting to see like, a trailer first just to see how that goes, how it looks at first glance. But it's good for him. I'm glad he's starting to get like bigger roles because, Many Saints of Newark, he did perform very well. I was very proud of the performance he put on, even though the movie itself wasn't that good. But no, it's good to see him starting to, make a name for himself and, wish him the best.
Yeah, it's amazing how like much he looks like his dad too.
Yeah,
like even in that picture.
It's a
Now,
young
Nick,
Tony.
I know you had some opinions on this. I believe you were excited to talk about this one.
Yeah. So he's not like new to act. He was in The Deuce. He played.
I haven't seen that. I didn't know. He was
I like The Deuce. It's a James Franco show. He was in The Deuce. He had a supporting role in that. He was decent in. I was really unimpressed with in general. Many Saints is like just.
But you didn't think he was good? He's not really a prominent character in it.
I know.
But I thought like his like mannerisms and stuff were good.
I'm not a fan of him.
Okay.
I don't know why. Like, there's something about him that's just like, change the channel.
Right.
He just doesn't draw me in.
I've only seen him in one thing,
and it's not about
so
looks
I don't
or
know.
anything. I
Yeah.
mean, his father was a fat bald guy. You know what I mean?
Right.
But
Yeah,
like
yeah.
when you turn on The Sopranos, the very opening shot of season 1, episode 1 is the statue with the boobs, right? And then it cuts to his face, and you're there. You're there. You can't look away. It's has nothing to do with the writing. It has nothing to do with the show. It has everything to do with James Gandolfini being amazing. I mean, you're in. He draws you right in. I'm not drawn in. I'm drawn away.
Well, he's young, so he could.
I'm not saying that there couldn't be something more in the future. I'm saying for right now, especially if he plays like, who he's probably going to play? The lawyer, the sidekick, the friend. That's the. Remember? Did you watch the Netflix Daredevil?
Yeah.
Okay. So the long-haired blonde dude?
Yeah.
He's gonna play that, guaranteed. He's
like,
too goofy
he's
to
gonna
play
be like
Daredevil.
another Matt Murdock, like sidekick guy, like
Yeah, the guy that's not.
Or like he could also be like one of
partner.
Kingpin's. Like he could go into that mob. Like,
and I hope he doesn't because
Yeah,
he's not
it's
good
a
at it.
typecast,
Like
yeah.
but he's also not that type of character. Especially when he talks, he has like a very. So in The Deuce, as an example, right?
Yep.
He plays the son of a pimp. Basically, it takes place in New York in the 70s, and it's like all about pimps and hookers and porn and stuff like that, right? And it's the rise of the porn industry before it was an industry. Yeah, that's what The Deuce is about. But this kid plays the son of someone who works for James Franco, who's involved in all this other, and he goes into finance, and he's on Wall Street, and he's just like this whiny bitch of a dude, and he's the same in
Many Saints.
So I haven't really seen a lot of like range, you know what I mean? And I feel
fair.
bad because he is young and new.
Yeah.
So I hope he's not falling into these typecast kind of roles. But Kingpin, that's not really what comes to mind when I think of this.
Well, I don't think he's playing Kingpin. I'm saying he could be like working with him if they play into that mob like gangster like
maybe
stereotype. I don't know.
I'm just saying.
But I mean, you're probably not even going to watch Daredevil.
I definitely will not pay for Daredevil. That's
Okay,
for sure.
that's
but
fair.
I might watch it, especially if it's on a roulette wheel or something. where
Sure.
I'm forced into it by contractual obligation.
All right, so Cocaine Bear. This is the first trailer we're reviewing today. Let's get into it. I mean, what do we think? Wow.
So who was that? Did you see at the very end there? Did you see the distribution company? It was a little thing. It looked like Universal.
It is Universal, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm less of a fan now.
Why?
Because it looks like dog shit, and I thought it was going to be a fun indie film.
Oh,
and it's a higher budget, crappy CGI bear. The one shot that I really liked in that trailer is the last shot where it's jumping into the back of the thing. That looked really good. Everything else looked like
I mean, I agree the CGI doesn't look great, but I like this trailer.
Oh, I would see this over Weird Al and over Paint.
Okay.
Is that fair? Is that understandable?
Sure. Yeah. I don't know. I'm in. It's a funny concept. I'm glad that they're not taking it seriously. Like it's a comedy. Good cast. You got a good old rebooted Han Solo, Alden Ehrenreich in there, Ice Cube's son. What do you think, Matt? You're big.
Ray Liotta.
When I saw
how are we not talking about Ray Liotta?
Yeah, Ray Liotta's it. He was in the trailer though, right?
Yes, he. Well, if you weren't looking at your phone the whole time,
I was looking if Kerry Russell and Kurt were related. They're not.
That's fair because Matt, Sam, me, we were all paying attention.
I've already seen the trailer.
Oh, nice. That's good. Why even show up at this point? Turn off the show. RJ's seen everything. Go ahead.
Well, Matt, you're big into cocaine. Not actually doing it.
Dude, you are trying to get this kid fired from his job.
You're big.
What is wrong with you? You're big into cocaine. Are you out of your mind?
He likes plot lines.
Do you have mental deficiencies, dude? What is going on with the people on the other side of this table? Every week, if it's not Sam, it's you. If it's not you or Sam, it's Matt. And every fucking week, one of you says something that I guarantee, if the superintendent of Matt's school's seen it, you'd probably go to jail. Fuck getting fired. You're done. But tell me about this newfound obsession that you're so into cocaine, Matt. Please, I'd love to hear more.
So back to Paint. When we were talking about Paint, you said it would be funny if Owen Wilson was a coke addict.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I do.
You like the use of cocaine in films.
Cocaine's cool, man. The yayo.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, what do you think of this movie? You going to see it?
Dude, it's a bear on fucking coke. Like, I mean, that's
much.
all you need, bro.
Yeah.
One of the kids actually, literally, like, before you even text me about this, came into my class, goes, yo, Mr. Sampson, you got to see this trailer.
Yeah.
And he literally didn't even say it. We just played it, and it's fucking Cocaine Bear. I can't say his name, but great kid.
Yeah.
He actually has a big date this Friday. I hope it goes well for him.
Okay.
Okay.
You mean today when this show premieres?
Oh, yeah, I meant tonight.
You should be watching the show on your date.
Yeah.
Yo.
It's a bear on coke, man.
Yeah.
What more do you need?
The question is, will you go to a theater and see it?
No, I'm not going to pay.
Yeah. See, yeah.
I'm not going to pay.
You'll watch it after.
Yeah. I'll watch it when it drops.
Okay.
Whatever.
1, 2, 3
I'm kind of
movies.
with you. I'm with you too. Unless it's getting phenomenal reviews, I probably will wait.
Okay.
Sam, you excited at all for this?
So this is the type of movie that probably comes up, like this is an idea that we'd make in RJ's basement.
Yeah, yes, that's what, yep.
This is literally what this is. It's just one of those kind of spoof movies that just, you get what you pay for, essentially. It's just going to be terrible, but there's going to be a lot of laughs because of how stupid it is, like the concept of it. But, you know, will we see it? Probably, just not in theaters.
Fair enough. I mean, I didn't think it looked bad. I know the CGI, Nick, you're questioning here. But in terms of, like, the comedic thing, I thought it was funny. Good cast.
I mean, yeah, it's a quirky thing. It's kind of tropey. Some of the comedy seems a little, like, slapsticky to me. Which is it's just not my style.
I'm sure the real story's not as interesting as they're making it in this, you know.
Oh, yeah, no. It's,
like, I didn't even look into it. But
yeah, no. It's, it just looks like another BS movie.
Sure.
It's like, it's nothing. It's a bullshit film. Like, it's, you know.
It's no Babylon.
It's Smokey the Bear. He found a batch of cocaine, and now he's on
Smokey
a rampage.
the Bear.
Classic. Hey,
Yeah.
boo-boo.
Well,
only you.
Let's go see some picnic baskets.
Forest fires.
in the words of Jacob Grant, our special guest last week, it's got potential.
It's got potential.
I think it's got potential. Shout out, Jacob. Well, let's get on to the next trailer here. You want to talk about no potential? Transformers. So Transformers Rise of the Beasts. Now, I don't even know what number Transformers movie this is. So I guess this is a sequel to Haley Steinfeld's Bumblebee movie.
Good movie.
Which I did not like. You like that movie?
It's grown on me.
Okay, I haven't seen it since the first time.
We went to see it with Joe Ward.
It was like a slight reboot.
I got good reviews, though.
Yeah, it did, but John Cena was terrible.
He was bad. He was bad.
You said Seinfeld, so I thought of the animated Seinfeld B movie.
Oh, no, Haley Steinfeld.
Steinfeld,
yeah.
But you get where I messed up.
Yeah, so this is a sequel to that. Now, I don't think Haley Steinfeld's in this.
Doesn't look like it.
It doesn't look like it. That movie took place in like the 80s or something, but here's the thing. I'm going to go off a little bit.
Go off,
all right?
RJ.
What's the quote, the Einstein quote? Insanity is doing something.
Definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result.
This is the Transformers movie. How many fucking times
here we go
can we get a guy gets a new car, he sits in it, and he realizes it's a fucking robot? Think about how, like, every Mark Wahlberg, Haley Steinfeld, Shia LaBeouf. It's happened 4 times.
Mm-hmm.
Change it up.
Buy a different car.
That's what I'm saying. It's like the same thing. And I don't know. Now they're animals. You get gorilla Transformers and rhinos. I don't know. Like when
It's a reach. I'll give you that.
When this came out, this trailer, everyone on Twitter was pumped. They like loved the trailer. I don't know. I think it's like it's an adaptation of like the old cartoon. It was a thing that they did in the cartoons.
I used to watch it.
I didn't watch those.
Adaptation.
Yeah, I can't speak.
I know.
I didn't watch those personally, so I don't have that connection. But I don't know. This just seems ridiculous to me.
We'll say they're stretching it pretty thin, RJ.
Yeah.
I happen to be a Transformers fan. I like the ones with the Shia LaBeouf. I don't care if they got bad reviews.
Okay.
I mean, Matt Sampson being 9 years old and seeing Megan Fox like work on that car and like, you know, the sun's like setting, but like
Yeah.
It's good stuff, man.
I like the first one.
You got Michael Bay. It's a lot of action explosion.
So Michael Bay is not doing this one.
Fuck.
You know, unfortunately.
Some Linkin Park in there.
Or maybe fortunately. It's Stephen Caple Jr. is directing. He directed Creed 2. So good director. I
want a bad director doing Transformers.
you want to keep
I don't want a good story. I want explosions. I want Optimus Prime versus Megatron. I want, box office.
They should bring John Turturro back.
Yes, dude, he was awesome. This is my favorite. That's actually my favorite role he's ever done in Transformers 2.
Yeah.
He's got like the deli with his mom. He goes, come on, Ma, come on. And he's like this crazy guy. He go in the basement. He's got millions of files on the Transformers.
Yeah.
Good movie. They go to Egypt on the pyramids. It's fucking awesome.
It is.
Starscreams.
I mean, that original trilogy, it has a lot of nostalgic effect, definitely. Sam, what do you think of this trailer? Are you a Transformers guy?
Nope, not at all. And now they just decided to bring King Kong into it, so what the fuck is going on here?
You got to see it now.
This is so fucking confusing.
I didn't see Godzilla, though.
I mean, fucking, I don't even understand what the concept is here.
Yeah, they're
because
working
it's so fucking repetitive from what I've seen. Like, why watch just the first one and then just keep making the same thing? It's literally copy and pasting.
Right.
Just put a different title on it.
I will say, where's Megatron?
Yeah.
Where are the Decepticons?
Yeah.
They're alluding to some villain, so maybe it's them,
This is just...
Do they have any other villains?
This is just fucking brutal. I don't know, because I've never seen Transformers.
I have a question, right?
Sure.
So I'm not into this at all. I'm right on Sam's page. We're on the beach together. Me and Sam,
I'm more
we're on
with
the
you,
beach.
too.
We're drinking cocktails. We're
Pina
hanging
coladas,
out.
baby.
What does he say? Champagne cocktails. Sorry.
Yeah.
Godfather reference. Godfather 2. But anyway, so so we're just hanging out doing nothing while you two are in the theater, enjoying the Decepticons.
We saw Sonic 2, man.
Yeah.
But, so I I was under the impression though that the Autobots and the Decepticons were actually aliens.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay.
But are they aliens or robots?
They're They're from their own. They have their own planet.
Right. Were they?
But they weren't like Bumblebee wasn't a
what's the name of their
Camaro on
fucking
the planet, right?
Right. That's
No,
what, that's
he,
the
no, he
part that
came
the-
from the planet
Right.
with them.
Right.
But he
as a Camaro.
He's just Bumblebee.
No, but you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
did he
Like, this
become a
is why-
Camaro upon?
Well, that's how he
And
hides on
that's-
Earth.
And
Okay.
that's where it already stretched too thin for me.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like the
Okay.
reality is there's no reality. I like some semblance of reality.
Sure.
Something. Listen, we're talking about movies here. Everything's fake.
Yeah.
Right? But I want something. Give me like this even from the beginning. You know where this show got its real big kick in the pants or whatever it was, show, movie, whatever it was. The Hot Wheels. You know, kids
Yeah,
wanted to play
yeah.
with Hot Wheels.
Yes.
80s, 90s, whatever. And then all of a sudden it was like Transformer, blah, blah. You know, and I
Yeah,
watched
good
maybe like
song.
2 episodes when I was 4, and the song gets catchy, and I still remember it. But that's about it.
Autobots roll out.
Yeah, I mean, and like,
But here-
or don't.
Here's
you know?
the bottom line, though. Like Fast and Furious, these movies keep making money, so
Box
they're going to keep
office.
pumping them out. I think what's disappointing about it, though, is like even though Michael Bay is not directing them anymore, I feel like the aesthetic has not changed at all. Like it's still
the same
like
shit.
looks the same. Like you wouldn't know that he didn't direct it. You know, you would think they would kind of revitalize it in some way, but
It's not orange and blue.
sure. Yeah, but I don't know. Listen, I'm not going to go see this in theaters. I saw Bumblebee in theaters. I wasn't as big of a fan as you, Matt. Maybe if I rewatched it, I'd feel
All right,
differently.
all right.
I like Haley Steinfeld.
That's
though.
why I
think she's
rewatched
great.
it. That's
yeah.
why I rewatched it.
But listen, I won't be here. No Marky Mark. I'm out.
Oh, I see. I left when Shia LaBeouf left.
Yeah, I actually haven't seen the Mark Wahlberg
no.
ones. But anyway, let's talk about some better trailers here, all right? Indiana Jones. Now, we've been talking about this, I feel like, for a while now. Some images came out. We finally have a trailer here. Let's get into it. First trailer for Indiana Jones. We get the title now, In the Dial of Destiny. I'm not going to lie. I saw this title before I saw the trailer. I'm like, that's not a good title. I still don't think it's a good title, but I like this trailer a lot. Matt, you're probably the biggest skeptic in the room about this movie.
Yeah.
I mean, we've all agreed there shouldn't be another
Yeah.
Indiana Jones movie. What did you think of this trailer, though?
You know, it was a good trailer.
Okay.
I thought, like, you know, it captivated the aesthetic
Yes.
of Indiana Jones. You know, Harrison Ford, you got some cool shots, you know, the music and everything. I still have the same, you know, hold the same skepticism towards it.
You're apprehensive.
Yes,
about
I
this.
am.
Yeah,
That's a good word. I don't know, just 90 years, how old, you know, hopping around.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't know, man. I don't know. Trailer looked good though. I don't know. If I wasn't such an
Boosted a little
asshole,
bit.
if I wasn't such a fucking prick, you know,
Yeah.
it's just I suck. So that's why.
I mean, I was impressed with it. I agree. Obviously, Harrison Ford's very old now. I think he looks good. There was a very questionable CGI shot with him on the horse that I think looked terrible.
Yeah.
They got to do a lot of that, unfortunately, because he's not doing his own stunts. I mean, Sam, are you excited at all? This trailer get you excited?
Yeah, it gets me going
Okay.
a little bit. I mean, you know, when we first started talking about this, I was a little bit on edge, kind of like Matt.
Yeah.
Just like, how would they go about this? Like, are they going to have to DH him to a certain point to make it actually look appealing, like
Yep.
aesthetically pleasing? Couple shots in this kind of look iffy. Like, you can definitely tell that they didn't really do that great of a job, but for the most part, the CGI in it looks pretty good. Like that underwater shot that Nick screamed about
Yep.
during the
That's-
trailer.
Compared to Cocaine Bear, though.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
it looks a lot better. They definitely did their due diligence, I'd say. And, you know, I think I'll go see it, you know? I think they sold me on this trailer.
I'll be there. And this movie doesn't come out till June 30th too, so the CGI they're probably still working on too. So none of that's finished. But Nick, you were watching that trailer. I saw some emotion from you.
Yeah.
which is rare.
Yeah, no, there was some movement, some emotion, but here's why though.
Okay.
Right? So, and I got positives, I got negatives.
Okay.
The positives are I haven't seen any of the newer Indiana Jones. So I've seen Raiders, I've seen Temple of Doom. I haven't seen like Shia LaBeouf.
Well, that was it. That's the only.
You know
other
what
one,
I'm saying though, right? So I'm not tainted, I feel. Right?
Yeah.
But now, not that one was good or not good, but there were mixed reviews. on the
Yeah,
Shia
I
LaBeouf
didn't
one.
like the Kingdom of the Crystal
I thought
Skull.
it blew.
Yeah.
Right. So I don't know anything about Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. So I could watch Raiders and then come back and watch this, or watch Raiders and then Temple and then this. You know what I mean, or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
My point though, I'm not paying to go see it.
Okay.
Because of the de-aging. Because if I go in and it's another Irishman de-aging,
Yeah. But
I'm gonna be pissed about the $15. And I know that sounds crazy and a little cheap, but like, we're not there yet. I would rather deep fake than de-age. If I'm being 100% honest,
it looks more like a deep fake though, like what they did with Luke.
Maybe I'll find out when it's out on HBO.
Right, Disney Plus.
Whatever.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. I mean, I think
really the thing that had the most movement for me was the Indiana Jones ride at Disneyland when I used to go when I was like a kid, and then the music and all that stuff, and you can feel that boulder behind you.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's a very well cut trailer if you ask me.
It is.
Like, that's a very good trailer.
Bottom line is Disney knows how to pull at the heartstrings. Rise of Skywalker trailer, I was all in.
Funny. Yeah, it was
emotional. And the fucking movie sucks.
Which is why I'm not paying for this one.
This movie could be terrible. I don't know. Yeah. Here's why I'm excited for it, though, is I think, like you said, visually it looks beautiful. James Mangold's one of my favorite directors today. You know, coming off Ford v. Ferrari and Logan. I think he's the right guy to do it. Spielberg and Lucas are executive producing, which means, got their name on it. That's about it. But
yeah, but it helps.
No, it does help. And listen, Spielberg directed Kingdom of the Crystal Skull too, so he's not fully off. I don't know. I'm optimistic now. Now that I've seen a trailer, I'm excited. The music got me going, like you, Nick. I think, but nostalgia can only do so much.
Mm-hmm. Now that they've set it up, but now they have to perform.
You got to perform.
Right. Let's go see it on a Tuesday.
On a Tuesday, $5 Tuesdays at AMC. But also the what you were saying, you haven't seen the Shia LaBeouf Kingdom of the Crystal. He's not in this movie, which makes me think they're really not going to address that.
They shouldn't. It blew.
Yeah.
Fucking don't even pretend it didn't happen.
Right.
Could pull like a Deadpool and just make fun of what they did with Deadpool.
Yeah, like self-referential. Yeah, I'm sure it'll be kind of like a soft reboot of that didn't even happen. But I don't know. I'm excited now, but we still have a while till this movie comes out. So I'm sure we'll get another trailer coming soon. But let's get into the next one here. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 trailer. All right. So Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, the end of the trilogy. This is going to be James Gunn's last Guardians movie. He's been saying for a while now it's going to be the end of the Guardians movies, at least with him at the helm, because he's also moving on to DC. But I don't know, man. This looks like it's going to be an emotional ride. I think you can separate this from the rest of the MCU because it's so close to James Gunn, and he's been ushering these characters in since the beginning. I don't know. I'm very excited for this. Matt, what do you think?
RJ, I agree.
Yeah.
I think first of all, that's a spicy looking poster.
That is a good poster.
That's a good poster. Yeah. But you're right, James Gunn cares so much about these characters. Mm-hmm. I mean, this has really been his baby since the first one came out. Yeah. He cares about these characters. He cares about all their arcs. And it takes him, it's taken him a long time to write this script and come up with this movie, partly because of everything that happened, Marvel, DC, but he really cares about this story, and I agree. I think this is going to be an emotional movie. Mm-hmm. I think it's going to be kind of separate from the MCU, just kind of like its own thing, kind of like a send-off for the Guardians.
Yeah.
And, dude, I really hope it's good. The Guardians are my favorite. I just love everything about them, the themes of those movies, kind of like family coming together. I think they're also the funniest movies. Yeah, and he's good. I mean, Gunn, the second one, I don't think it was as good as the first, but I still thought it was solid.
No, I think if he hits on this one, you're arguing best trilogy in the MCU.
And they're always good, too, in the fucking Infinity War and everything else they're in. I'm excited for this one.
Yeah, and it looks, obviously if this is the end, we could be seeing some characters dying in this one.
Oh, that'd be sad.
I hope it's not Rocket. They seem to be implying that a little bit. Better not.
He's my favorite.
Yeah. Sam, you excited for this?
Oh, big fan. Big fan of the trilogy. And, the soundtrack gets you going.
Yeah,
he never misses on those.
Yeah, they always hit.
Dude, we just play those soundtracks in the car all the time. We
have been, since those movies came out.
It's incredible. I always go back to the first soundtrack because that one is just
money. I learned so
every
many
song
new songs.
on that album.
Chaka, right?
Yeah, Uga Chaka.
Every song on that album just hits different.
It's money.
Especially driving in the car. But no, I'm looking forward to this movie. It's definitely going to be a sad more emotional, pulling on the heartstrings in this one. A lot of sad moments. Definitely going to have a couple of characters go down. I feel like Rocket's probably going to be one of them, and then maybe like Drax goes down as well. I could see Dave Bautista going down in this one. Unfortunately, even though he's one of my favorite characters in this. Also showed Adam Warlock in it.
Yes,
I'm excited for him.
Yeah.
Very, very excited for him. And then also Gamora.
I was
a couple shots of Gamora in there as well, which is, pulling on the heartstrings a little bit.
That's going to be the most interesting thing, I think, is like how because that's the only part that's going to connect this to the other movies.
Dude, I love Gamora. Ever since Endgame, I've literally been like Gamora. Like I'm generally interested what they're going to do with her.
Is it probably like flashback scenes? No, it has to be, right?
Because remember in Endgame, the other Gamora.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So it's shit. So she doesn't know
it's not the real one.
I want the real Gamora.
So that's the thing. That's the only part that obviously it sucks that it kind of has to connect to the other movies. But yeah, it's a shame that it isn't actually the Gamora they know.
I'm gonna be interested to see how they played out with that.
Yeah, I think in terms of this poster though,
it
is a great poster. But I think a key thing to note, the fact that it says a James Gunn film. No Marvel movies ever like touted the director above the movie. It's always been Marvel Studios, whatever. I mean, that just shows that James Gunn is like, this is his thing.
His is, he loves these.
Yeah, and this is his last thing here, and he's going to be going on to DC. Nick, obviously, I know you're not a big Marvel guy. Have you seen the Guardians movies?
No.
You haven't? No. Okay. What'd you think of this trailer, just as an outsider? Next one. All right.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Listen, it's I just never got into it. Superman, Batman, maybe the Flash, definitely Spider-Man, Hulk, and then you lose me, and then that's like that. It's like how many do we need?
Sure,
because they're not real. So how long are we gonna do this bullshit for? You know what I mean?
Maybe one day we'll have a talking raccoon. Who knows?
Yeah, I mean, we're going a little far. I get that it's based on it's based on a comic, right? It's based on the Guardians comic, and Chris Pratt. The trailer was like okay. The music is great. It's another well-cut trailer, but it's a very high-budget film. Shot in a big blue box, not my style.
Hey, listen, he just wants to be a real raccoon,
I'm just saying, Pinocchio. and then the stupid joke at the end is not really. It's just
that's the thing I don't like about trailers nowadays. They always hit you with that joke at the end.
And I think I thought a saving grace for that would be Chris Pratt, but they just kind of make him a big weenie.
Yeah, they do.
Well, RJ, I am Groot.
I am Groot. Right on, brother.
Okay, well, I'm not. So
The Last of Us. Now, this is something that Nick might like.
This one I'm excited for.
Okay. All right, so The Last of Us, January 15th. This is the second trailer we've seen, a little longer now.
This is a show, correct?
It's a show, series.
Yeah,
yep.
yeah.
None of you guys, well, Sam, have you played the video game, or at least you know the story?
I know the concept.
Okay,
of
yeah.
it,
So everyone, I mean, listen, acclaimed stuff, great cast, great creators around it with Chernobyl guy and Neil Druckmann, who created the game. What do you think of this? Does this get you more into? I think you're gonna watch it.
I mean, dude, this looks fucking sick.
Yeah.
And like, I only know the video game because John Campbell would always talk about how it's like the greatest. He'd always say it's like the greatest video game ever.
Yep.
And like, I trust John Campbell. Dude, this looks fucking sick. And I'm not like a zombie guy.
Same though.
I'm really not. Like, to me, it's just whatever. The concept doesn't really appeal to me. I didn't watch The Walking Dead. But this looks really cool, and I loved every single second of the trailer until the last 5 when they started showing the zombies.
Yeah.
Like, I almost didn't want to see them because I feel like, I don't know, it felt so grounded. Just like Pedro Pascal, who's amazing.
Yeah.
The Bella something, whatever her name
Bella
is.
Ramsey.
Yeah, she's awesome.
Bella Thorne.
She looks cool. Maisie Williams would have been awesome in that role too.
She could have been good.
I know that was like the fan cast for. But I mean, that's a great duo. I like the tone of the trailer. It looks like gritty, very like, just they're surviving. And I don't know. I think it's cool. I'm gonna see it. I'd see it without the zombies. The zombies is really like not a draw to me at all. I just think it looks like a good show regardless of that. Well,
the thing is, though, what makes it so good is that it's not about the zombies. It's not like The Walking Dead where like the zombie thing is so prominent.
Yeah.
Like, it's really about the relationship.
Yeah, I don't honestly, I don't even need to see zombies.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
And I mean, if they go with how they're used in the game, it's cool. They're pretty creepy and stuff. I mean, Sam, you excited for this?
Yeah, absolutely. Like, I wasn't really a fan of The Walking Dead. Could never really get into that. But this trailer does excite me a little bit because I like the dynamic between the two of them. Like, you know, when they're talking in the car and he's just like, well, no, you're just cargo coming along with me. And then she jokes about turning into a zombie, like in that one shot. So I like that dynamic, and it's just well shot. I mean, a couple of those, you know, landscape shots, of just kind of seeing like the scenery around them, like the mountains in the back. It gets you going a little bit because it's just an interesting dynamic overall, like just being like the two last normal people on the planet. So it's just kind of interesting because this possibly could happen one day.
Yeah, and we're going to be seeing post-apocalyptic Boston.
So there you go.
In the game. So Nick?
I'm sold.
Yeah, I would really like. This is complete side. I'm gonna watch it.
Sure,
I'm gonna watch it. I think it'll be good. I think it'd be really cool. I would love to either create or watch a post-apocalyptic series or movie that did not revolve around zombies.
Yeah, you don't see many of those. Yeah.
But just something.
Mad Max.
Something, yeah.
That's cool. I love Mad Max.
I want something like right after like right when people come out of their bunkers. So like everything is just empty. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then that kind of, maybe it follows a story of someone here, someone there. But there's always like something. Either it's way far in the future, where, like Mad Max, where it's one of those things where it's like, why haven't you rebuilt yet? Like, are you serious?
Right.
You know? Or, which Mad Max is a great movie, I'm just saying. It's a little, that's like, that's the thing. It's like, it's so far in the future, but we just never recovered, you know?
Right.
Then you have this, where it's all about the zombies. They have the Apple TV, Apple.
Oh, See?
So See, I don't know if you've watched any of that.
I haven't, no.
So I watched all of the first season and part of the second season, but they lost me. And it's because you can't fucking follow it. It's about these groups of people, right?
Yep.
It's not post-apocalyptic, but then it kind of also is, because at some point enough people got sick or something, and then people started not being able, like, babies were being born without
blind.
The ability to see.
Yeah.
They were blind.
Cool
and
concept.
If it's a cool concept. Jason Momoa is actually really fantastic in it, but it becomes just Jason Momoa beating people up,
right?
And he's pretending to be blind, and you're like, okay, you know what I mean? It's like, where is this going to be in 10 episodes? That's what I'm worried about, because I did watch Walking Dead, but it was totally and completely due to like the peer pressure of hearing everybody tell me how good it was, and then I got hooked. But by season 55,
it really falls
I was
off.
like, you know, what's going to happen with Coral?
Right.
You know, like, how long are we going to do this?
Yeah.
You know, it was just a little much for me.
Yeah.
That's
well,
all.
I think the benefit of this is obviously there's only 2 video games. This is just adapting the first, and they said if it's successful, they'll likely adapt the second one. But this is going to be like an 8-hour movie, you know, so there's going to be a beginning, middle, and end to this.
Yeah.
It's HBO. Like I said,
that's the saving grace,
cast.
and the chick from Game of Thrones saving grace.
Yeah, Pedro Pascal,
yeah,
too.
I'm into it. I'm
in good hands.
Nick Offerman. I'm excited to see Nick Offerman, too. But, yeah, I'm really excited. January 15th, soon enough, we'll be reviewing this thing.
Wait.
All right? So stay tuned till then so we can do it. Last topic of the day here, The Boys. Now, I'm very curious to see the opinions on this.
Yeah.
So, The Boys, obviously, we love The Boys.
We're big fans.
Great show.
Enormous fan.
Spin-off series. It's called Gen V, and from my understanding, it's
so it's a series, not a movie?
It's a series.
I take back everything I was about to say. Go
ahead. So it's a series, and it's going to be, from what my understanding, a school for the superheroes.
Okay.
For the young kids with the what is it? The
Compound
V.
Compound V.
Listen, they announced this a while ago. I honestly forgot about it until like this trailer.
I didn't even know what was happening till we just watched it.
Here's my thing. This didn't blow me away, this trailer. Okay. I mean, it's cool seeing A-Train and some of those characters.
The A-Train.
But I don't know. To me, like, The Boys is making fun of the superhero genre, like spin-offs and all this shit.
In a brilliant way, though.
But then they're making a spin-off, which it's Amazon. They're going to pump the shit out of it. But I don't know. I mean, listen, it could be good. This trailer didn't give me enough meat to make me really excited, but Matt, you had no idea about this.
I had literally no idea.
Yeah.
I just saw A-Train. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this trailer really gave you nothing. It's pretty much just like, oh, here's the show.
It's a premature ejaculate.
You know what I mean? It was just getting you ready for, the real thing.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Just a little warm up.
Yeah, you haven't even unzipped yet.
Yeah.
I think that. Well, go ahead.
Yeah, exactly. No, I mean, I don't know, man. Like, I love that universe so much, and like, I want it. So I want more. You know what I mean? Like, I really I need that fix.
Yeah.
The boys fix, and so man, I hope it's good. I don't want it to be like some cheap fucking just
right
money grab. But if it's good and it's like well written and they got a good story, like I'd be very interested.
Yeah, Sam, what do you think?
Big fan of the boys, just like you guys stated earlier, but just based on this trailer alone, it's not really doing anything for me. Like, they're including the Muppets in there. Did you see that?
Yeah, something.
I think that's going to play off of Black Noir.
Okay. If that's the case, then
I love
I'm
Black.
in for it because like
That's,
I was
that's
a little
the
bit.
only thing that I can justify in my
Rest in
head.
peace.
I'm a little
Black
bit
Noir.
taken back by that. 'Cause I was like,
Spoilers,
why the
Spoilers.
fuck would that be in there?
Right.
Without any like context.
That was it. I have no idea. But that's where my mind went. I think it's one of those.
It makes more sense
Yeah.
just based on what happened in the previous season. And then also the fact with the girl that can like shoot intestines out of her hand.
Slow
What kind of
growth.
a
beautiful.
Slow
what kind
growth.
of a superpower
That
is
grossed
that?
me out.
Okay, the guy in the boys that can grow his,
Yeah.
That grossed me out,
There's
too.
quite
But
some
I'm
weird
just
abilities.
saying that's a
I
little
turn
bit.
my head a
you
lot
know,
of the time. I look away.
Yeah.
I wouldn't
You
be
know,
proud
you're
of that
right at it.
superpower if I was her.
Right. I mean, yeah, that definitely looks like the Sesame Street in the boys
Gone
universe
wrong.
type thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, Nick, what do you think? Because you're a big skeptic of the spinoffs, the sequels, stuff like that.
So
You thought this was a
gonna-
movie.
Yeah, and that I was about to go hardcore negative. I thought this was we're not bringing the boys back. We're going to finish off the series with a movie. That's what I thought this
no,
was.
yeah.
Okay. So I'm glad that it's a show. I hope it doesn't impact anything that has to do with the boys.
Like the main storyline.
As a series. I love the boys as its own standalone show. Butcher's the best. I mean, like, oh man, it's literally like so good.
And Homelander carries a lot of it too.
I'm getting sick of Homelander.
Well, yeah, we talked about that.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing though.
Like I don't want Homelander anymore.
But we had talked about that before when we were talking about the last season and how much longer can you drag the Homelander thing out?
So here's my concern.
Right.
I think that this is going to have to do with his kid because of it's a school. I think that'll play into it. I
could.
guarantee the character's in there.
I was going in the direction of like what you were talking about, Matt, how you need the boys fix.
Yeah, I need it.
Say they announce tomorrow that the next season of The Boys is the end of The Boys.
I won't watch this.
Would finish the Homelander thing. This could be that way into like continuing the Boys franchise, but ending that main plot where we were talking about how you can't keep dragging out the Homelander thing.
So I have some concerns because I think it'll be okay. I think it'll be okay, right? Yeah. I don't think it'll be the best. The cool thing about The Boys as a series is that it's adult. All right, they screw, they act like humans. Now, if you watch Superman, and I mean like 1950s Superman, right? Mm-hmm. It still stands up if he acts the same way in a Superman movie today. Oh, Miss Lane, like that, like very,
right.
Like by the book, America first, like just no swearing, no nothing. The cool thing that the thing that I liked about The Boys is like, okay, this is what life would be like if superheroes actually existed. You know what I mean? Then you put it in a school, and now you're dumbing it down. You have to kind of do kids talk that way? Is there like what is it just going to be like a big like puberty growing into your powers fest and I feel like that's kind of been done a little bit. We had movies way back.
Sky High, baby.
Great
movie.
And Zoom, which was the Tim Allen one, which is another one that I auditioned for, but I got beat out by the kid that played the fat kid in Cat in the Hat.
Great kid.
Nice.
Yep. So I was just the other fat. I was another fat kid, whatever, and I wasn't fat enough, I guess. I don't know. My point though is that I don't need it. I don't need it. I don't need a Sky High series. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, I agree.
And I don't know if there's a way to do it that wouldn't, because if you do like R-rated, then it's gonna be over the top, maybe. I like to see,
I mean, The Boys is very over the top. I mean, there's no doubt about it.
But I don't want to see kids screwing on. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Fair.
Like I don't want to.
You like Euphoria?
They're 28 years old. You know what I mean? That kid that plays Nate, he's like 50. You know?
Sure. No, I mean, listen.
Do you get what I mean, though?
Yeah,
like,
I
like
do. I'm
we
not
already had
particularly
it.
excited for this.
Yeah,
I'm not.
No, I'm just saying. But I'm glad that it's not a film because I think the saving grace for a series like The Boys is that it is it's like a comic book. It's not a graphic novel. It's a comic book. You have to read each one. It's its own thing.
Yeah.
You know, it's its own episode. So I think that that's kind of cool. Hopefully, fuck it. Who cares?
Well,
whatever.
listen, there's been a lot of young adult movies with kids leading them. Home Alone's probably one of the best we've ever had here. Let's get into it. Our review of our Christmas edition of Movie Roulette, Home Alone. We landed on it. What do you guys think? I mean, classic movie. There's no other way to put it. I
Can I get you
rewatched.
to do this for 1 second so I can make a thumbnail? All right, cool. Thank you.
Anyway, Macaulay Culkin, he's awesome in this. It's been a while since I watched it start to finish. Just a good movie. I don't know what else to say, honestly. But I mean, Pesci and the other guy, I don't know the actor's name.
Something Stern.
Yeah, they're
Just
great.
call him Marv.
The family dynamic, it's all good. And honestly, before we get into your opinion, I just want to say that the old man plot line, I forgot that was in there. That's great.
It's nice.
That's heartwarming.
It is heartwarming.
That was a great aspect
It's
that I
very
forgot
nice.
about this movie. But
It's nice.
Anyway, Matt, you like this movie?
I do. Dude, when you like think about like the OG like Christmas movies, I mean, this is like
Yes.
this might be number one, like above Elf even.
Yep.
I mean, it's at the top though.
We're gonna see.
It's right there.
We're gonna see.
I mean, this is like I mean, I remember seeing this a million times. Who hasn't seen Home Alone?
Yeah.
Your mom's seen it. You know, your aunts. Everyone's seen Home Alone. What do you mean? I don't know.
Your second cousin twice removed.
No, everyone's seen. Everyone, yeah. Everyone's seen Home Alone, dude. It's like such a classic. There's so many like iconic scenes when he's watching the "Oh, you filthy animal." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know that's not a real film that was made.
I was curious.
Yeah, that filthy animal scene, that black and white, was shot and made to be played on the TV in Home Alone.
It's just, I don't know. It's so fucking. I even got Joe fucking Pesci's in it.
That was my introduction to him.
You know what I mean? Like that. Yeah, me too. Like I don't know. It's just, it's a dope movie.
I mean, freaking the guy who founded America directed this movie, Chris Columbus.
There you go.
Believe that?
He didn't found America.
Yeah, whatever.
He found it. He founded it. He wasn't the founder of America.
Found it. Yeah.
Fuck
No,
me.
it's actually not.
God.
What did he direct?
You
He
never
directed
see
the
it.
first two Harry Potter movies.
He did.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
he's good.
he's great with those like kids movies.
Yeah.
John Hughes too. I didn't realize he wrote this. Sam, you like Home Alone?
I'm
Who
surprised.
doesn't?
I'm surprised you didn't mention this from the get go. John Williams does the music in this.
I didn't even think.
You
of
didn't
that.
even fucking
Yeah.
think of that.
Mhm.
You're one of the biggest
I
John
know.
Williams
Shame on
fans of all
RJ.
time.
Shame on our.
Shame on
Could you?
RJ.
Get up.
Sorry.
Go home. Go home.
It's not your day today.
To mention, John Williams' final score is going to be Indiana Jones. That's it.
But no, overall, this is nostalgic right here.
Sam-
This
Sam
is
doesn't
one of the
care.
movies that you got to watch every Christmas this time of year. I mean, it's phenomenal. I love the dynamic between him and the old man neighbor,
good.
especially in the church. That one scene
Yeah.
when they're
Great
talking
scene.
together, he's like,
Great scene.
"You should try to reach out to your son. If he doesn't get back to you, then you know the answer to that." And then same goes to him with his family.
Mhm.
When they come back, just make sure you embrace them. And then at the end, the nice little scene of him in the window looking out and seeing the old man reunite with his son and his family.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Heartwarming.
I got to say, this kid's a very smart 7, 8-year-old in
Right.
this movie. I mean, who else goes and buys groceries for themselves and then also devises a plan to, stop 2 burglars from entering the house?
Yeah.
Kid.
Like, I think it seems a little, far-fetched for a 7, 8-year-old, but
It's a
like
movie.
It's a kid's movie.
It is a movie.
at the same time, it's great to see, a lot of funny scenes.
If I'm Joe
especially,
Pesci, I'm moving to the next house. I don't know why you went through this.
Yeah, Joe Pesci. I mean, leaving the faucet on
Right. Yeah.
in every
yeah.
house. They're like,
The Wet Bandits.
Right.
With the gold tooth, bro. That gold tooth, it gives me the chills because not in a scary way, but in a way that's like, I feel like I'm 6 again watching this movie
Yeah.
for the
Yeah,
first
yeah,
time.
yeah.
When that thing go ding, you go, oh my God,
Yeah.
I'm a child.
Right.
It's fantastic.
Well, you like this movie? I can tell.
It's I love pretty much all Christmas movies. There are some really hot takes that I have with some other Christmas movies that
Okay.
I'm hoping we don't get, but that's all right.
Fair enough.
This movie, the best thing, me and my buddy Cody, shout out Cody, we both agree the best moment in this film. He's a friend of mine.
Oh,
You
okay.
guys mention your friends all the time just because
No, but
now,
he-
now you know how I feel 90% of the
yeah,
time.
He made a signal
He
like
acted
I
like
knew,
he knew
like we
him.
knew who he was.
What up, Cody?
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
he's
like
dope,
this.
dude.
No,
He's a
yeah,
great
sure-
guy.
sure he's a great guy.
He wants to
Cody
come in when you do
Bellinger.
your sports show at some point.
Oh, yeah,
he's
Cody.
big football fan. Yeah,
Sweet
yeah.
life of Zach and Cody.
Yep. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I don't know Zach. I do. I wouldn't have him on the show, but
Okay.
whatever.
Oh.
So it's all right. He knows. He knows.
Hey,
Nothing new.
whoa.
I'm very clear with my opinions on people. So no, the best moment though is when he's walking down the street and the van's about to hit him and he just like right
his,
into the,
his screams in this movie are so funny.
literally the
aftershave.
best.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's one of them. Same scream
Yeah.
though, but when his face is this close to the van and he starts doing that scream, it's just
Yeah.
that's the best. That's the best moment.
And then the furnace too in the basement.
Yep. The worst moment for me, the cringiest moment for me, is when the guy steps on the nail. Can't do it.
Oh, yeah,
Can't
Yeah,
do
it's
it.
no bueno.
I see that foot going down. You can tell when you watch the foot that he's like, "Am I gonna step on this thing for real?" Because it's hesitant. You know.
Yeah.
The,
Woo.
What about
the worst
the
one's
Christmas
in
lights?
a quiet place though when she steps on the
Oh.
Okay,
Yeah.
we're talking about Home Alone.
Well,
I'm just
what
saying.
about the Christmas lights too? When he's entering through the window and he steps on all the lights on the floor.
Yeah.
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 Lot of-
It's
lot of
that
stepping on
singular
shit.
nail where I can feel it in my foot and I can't watch. I gotta
Or
close my eyes, look away.
how about the swinging can of paint, like the second one?
There you go.
Yeah.
He knows it's
That
coming.
happens.
He has to know it's coming.
He does. Well, yeah, but it's they're goofy.
Sure, the Goofy movie.
That's
Yeah.
why
How
I
you
said
doing?
it.
How
you
That's
doing?
why I said it.
Yeah, but listen, I mean, a classic. A classic.
It is
There's
a classic.
That's the word. That's all I could think.
Classic.
Fucking only adjective for this movie.
Cult
Well,
classic.
let's
baby.
get into it. Movie roulette time. Bing bong. All right, so Home Alone, one down. We got 3 more to go here in this Christmas season. So let's check it out. All right, let's spin it to win it. Here we go.
It's gonna land on Poltergeist.
Hope not.
What are we watching? What are we watching? Yes, let's go. Let's go. All right. Well, a lot of topics today. Before we leave, we had one submitted fan question from Madison. Again, thank you for the questions.
Shout
As
out.
always, send them in. We're going to answer them. This is a great question. A simple one, but a great one.
Oh, nice.
What is your go-to at the movies snack
Oh,
combo?
that's nice.
All
That's
right.
nice. No, assuming I'm not like I'm eating what I
No,
want.
you're going in.
dieting.
It's free.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not dieting.
Go
anything.
off, Matt.
All right. I'm going.
It's like I'm bringing salmon.
Yeah.
No, I would go. Give me a fucking large popcorn.
Check.
Keep fucking, but like douse
Butter it up.
in the fucking butter sauce. Like I'm saying.
If there's
like,
one white
yeah.
kernel.
No, that's your hand should be dripping.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. Then give me a. I need some chocolate to offset it.
Chocolate.
So I need like a nice like chocolate bar.
You do like a raisinets poured in the thing?
I don't. I like it on the side.
No,
I like
yeah,
to
I don't
separate.
do that.
I like to separate. Give me a nice chocolate bar. I'm a Reese's guy.
Okay, see.
Oh, give me Reese's.
I knew we would get along very well.
And for a drink, you could go like slushy, Slurpee.
Right.
The Coca-Cola flavored one.
Yeah, I'd probably because I need some soda. I'd either go root beer or like a Coca-Cola flavored slushy.
Okay.
And call it a night.
That's hell of a night.
That's it for me.
That's a lot
I
of
mean,
sugar and fat.
Yeah, it is.
I'm
I would
gonna-
never do it like, you know.
yeah, I know.
But like if I wanted to, if I could do it. Yeah.
That's a lot
I'm gonna
of
go with you
calories.
with large popcorn, butter
Yeah,
it up,
have to.
salt it up.
Have
I'm in
to.
with that. Here's my side though on the candy thing. I don't even know if they make these anymore. The Nestle Crunch Balls.
Mm.
You know
Oh.
those?
Oh, they definitely
Yeah.
do.
White
They
caps?
definitely
Yeah.
do.
Yeah,
no,
little,
no, not with the white cap. They're just like it's like a Nestle Crunch
Yeah,
bar.
man.
but it's a
Oh,
ball.
okay.
There's
Okay.
crack in those balls.
Yeah, and then a red slushy. But I could go with a Coke. Either
Yeah.
way, I'm winning. That's mine.
The
That's
Coke.
mine.
So obviously the number one pick is definitely the movie theater popcorn
need-
with
There you
the
go.
butter.
You need
It's
the
the number
But
one overall.
you forgot to mention you got to salt that bitch up as well.
Okay, salt that bitch.
You got to salt,
Salt
that,
that
bitch up.
Like the Salt Bay.
Of course, yeah. You got to throw a little
Salt
bit
that
of
bitch
salt
up.
on
Yeah.
there. But then I'd have to go with either Swedish Fish
Oh.
because that's a cult classic of
Okay.
mine, or those little cookie dough bites.
Ooh.
I'm a big fan of those cookie
like
dough
cookie
bites. Maybe a Reese's as
Okay.
well on the side. I don't know. It's between one of those three.
I
Alright.
mean, I don't. Yeah,
All right, I like
I don't
that.
know if Reese's like. Do I associate that with the movies?
It's chocolate. It's candy.
I
Peanut
guess,
butter
I
chocolate.
guess.
It's the best combo.
Well, you can't eat Reese's.
I can't eat it,
Or
so
you'll
I
die.
should-
Yeah, you're gonna die.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We just
Yeah.
slip them a Reese's at the
Reese's
theater.
It's my favorite candy.
It's the best. It is
Yeah.
the best.
Well, what's your favorite candy at the movies?
So I do tend to actually go for something boxed. If
Okay,
I
yep.
do get something, if so, Is this like our go-to, or is it like
Balling
Perfect World balling out? You
I'm
got
going
$500,
balling out.
$500 for a bottle of water.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, what are we doing here? You know, I just want to make sure I answer the right
Balling
way. 'Cause
out.
my go-to, I always grab a little something. You know, I bring $300-400 with me, and I'll get some Raisinets.
Yeah,
you know,
right.
and
No, for real.
and yeah, so but Raisinets are good. They're a classic.
I could see it.
They're sweet with a little chocolate, and the problem with Reese's is that there's only 2 of them. You can't
That's
have.
the thing.
That is
What
fair.
you could do
King
though
size.
is you could do a little baggie of the mini Reese's, and I like the pouring them into the popcorn. You know, like the mixing of the stuff together, and then the salty sweet all at once. I
good
agree
shit.
on the butter, and if I had it all my way, and it was like bottomless pit, like it'd have to be the right portions because you don't want to get sick, right? You don't want to be disgusting. But I think a good like corsage of movie theater, consumables would be the popcorn with maybe some chocolatey something inside of it, right? And then maybe after that's dead and gone, right? And you're doing that sound with your soda, the one that's like the straw, the empty straw.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? The empty, the empty straw. And it's done. You're shaking. It's just ice. There's nothing left.
Yep.
You know that one. There you go. Thanks. You have like a little packet of like Junior Mints. Chocolate, a little refreshing.
Junior Mints.
You know, like you go to those old people restaurants, they give you Andes Mints at the end.
Yeah,
Chocolate
man.
mints. Just something like that. Just while you're getting ready for the end to pop up on the
Sure.
screen. Just a little something.
Back
like
when they
that.
put them in the 50s.
I like
yeah.
that.
Just a little. You just like just let them melt.
Yeah.
Let them hang out. Watch those credits. Oh,
Those-
who played cash register number 2?
Yeah.
Look at
Those were good picks. I like how we all had a different candy.
Yeah, it's
there.
good
But
stuff.
popcorn, you gotta
You
have.
have to.
It's a
Gotta have it.
necessity.
Well, thank you again for the question. As always, guys, send them in. We'll answer them for next week. So, what a pod. A lot of trailers, a lot of topics. Next week, we're going to be reviewing The Nightmare Before Christmas. Everyone here is pumped to the brim for it. Watch it, Disney Plus. And we'll be back next week on Friday. So, like, subscribe, leave a comment. Give the gift of the movie mob for this Christmas season. All right, guys. How you doing? We'll see you.